Hello and welcome to Push Button Profits Show, episode 23, the show where we introduce you to the make money online and internet marketing creators. With me today is Jamie Lewis, the internet millionaire and crazy man, Jamie Lewis, who is bringing out LumpSum Power tomorrow on Thursday, June 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern. LumpSum Power. And if at any time you want to pick it up, and I've got a special bonus for you, click the link below and check it out. Jamie, welcome to the show.
How are you? It's good to see you, Johnny.
Well, it's good to see you, Mr. Lewis. It's always a pleasure and never a chore. So, Jamie, you obviously you've got your new product coming out tomorrow on Thursday, 3rd of June at 10 a.m. Eastern on the Warrior Plus Network, LumpSum Power. But before we talk all about that and what that's going to entail, let's tell the audience a little bit about you. I know you're a regular around these here parts, but there'll be still a few people who've only read about you, maybe in the crime pages, in the newspapers or somewhere mischievous like that. I want them to know who you really are. So would you mind just telling us briefly, who are you and why should we trust you? What are you all about?
Well, I'm three things. I'm a musician, a marketer, and a product creator. And the marketer side of things, there's so many different models I've done over the last going on 17 years that I'd never run out of these exposés, so to speak. You know, the revealings. I reveal these models, and every time I put out a model, my students they run with that model, and they do very well with it. They see success, and then there's compliments to the model that my students had done before. So this time we're going to be revealing how I do all of these high ticket contract sales. We've covered domains, we've covered website sales, we've covered a lot of that. And now we're going to go into these contract sales, which can encompass a couple different actual products for sale. So I have a management app where I can spoon feed you wealth on a platter, a plethora of total customized one-on-one, me and you, mano y mano, you know, and really take care of you just like, you know, I'm your mother or father.
Well, that sounds very enticing, and frankly, and this is LumpSum Power, just for those of you who listen to this, frankly, that's very enticing because I think it would be fair to say, Jamie, all of us to a lesser or greater degree in our make money online internet marketing journeys can always stand to use a bit of instruction from someone who's way ahead of them. Frankly, it doesn't matter what you're doing or what you're doing. Everyone can stand to learn from someone like you, who is frankly an obscenely wealthy success. And something like this now, LumpSum Power, where you're enabling anyone to go and get into direct contact with you through an app is an incredible thing. Now, Jamie, LumpSum Power, that's the name of the product. And it's described here as the world's first high-ticket project management app. And then you say here on the sales page, how to get 5- and 6-figure lump sum payments for ones and zeros consistently from the most unique buyers on the earth. Now, there's a lot happening here. I want to talk to you about the two key concepts around this product of high ticket, and what that entails and what that means, or what kind of sums that could mean for anyone who picks up LumpSum Power through the link below, and the project management app part. Two really interesting things which are very unique and very neat because very few people are tackling this issue of high ticket commissions. Would you mind just explaining a bit more of what is high ticket, what's been your experience with high ticket sales, and what any viewers who pick up LumpSum Power can expect from you in this area?
All right. Well, one of the tutorials that I do, and I hope you're cool with me spilling the beans here, but this is some actual, I think this will be really good for people who are watching this. I explain in this tutorial, and I make it pretty simple, that there's 3 people involved in these high ticket sales, and that is the seller, right? So that would be a student of mine or myself or you, the seller, and then you have the buyer, and then who's the third person? The third person is a fulfillment or a VA or a group of people, and in the form of an event, right? That might be your speakers on stage, in the form of recruiter, which is another incredibly easy model I show people how to do, especially newbies, because there's no cost involved. That fulfillment, that third aspect to it, is going to affect the amount of money that you keep from the high ticket sales. So say it's like $200,000 that you put together your menu, your bullets of what you're going to deliver for $200,000. A whale gives you $200,000. Now it's up to you to decide if you want to do all the work yourself and keep all the $200,000, or if you want to use that third person, the fulfillment or the team or the speakers or whichever business model it is. And that will affect your profit margin, right? Now, another aspect in this tutorial I explain is that if your buyer has certain abilities or can do certain things, aspects of the sale himself or herself, that will affect the price of how much. So it wouldn't be $200,000 anymore. So you have these three people. You have to decide, first of all, what the value is of what you're selling, whether it's a service, event, contract, asset sale, etc. And then you're going to make those adjustments. Now, if you make the correct adjustments, that's what makes these sales happen. It has to make sense. It all has to, and then it's almost like a certain combination lock or a key, right? Not all keys work with each lock, and that's what makes these high ticket sales happen. It's almost also like a chemical reaction or something, right? You might say psychological or whatever, but that's pretty much it, is just calculating and putting these contract sales together. And of course, you might think of it like you're reselling someone else's services and you're taking 10% just for putting the buyer and the seller together. But you should look at it like fulfillment, because that's all these sales that I explain and I show in the VSL. Like I have a $336,000 sale, and then I've got other ones in the $200,000 range, $100,000 range, a whole ton of them in the $30,000 range. And they're all very different, and I would call them contracts for projects, or similar to if you were a contractor and someone asked you to build a house for them. Mm-hmm. You're not actually doing the plumbing. You would hire someone to do the plumbing, but they're contracts. So it would be a project where you have multiple things that you're offering to a specific buyer, and that's how you put them together. And you got to think that way. Business people have to think that way, and it's actually surprisingly great for newbies. It's the one way that a newbie can actually get ahead really fast without, what the frustration that newbies usually go through when they're learning this stuff. There's nothing wrong with learning marketing, autoresponders, building websites, ClickFunnels. There's nothing wrong with that. It's amazing, this technology we have nowadays. But this is a complement to a lot of the other stuff that I teach, and it wouldn't be fair not to reveal it, right? Everyone wants to.
Okay, so listen, that's part one, right? So you're going to be introducing anyone who picks up LumpSum Power basically into the world of high ticket sales, where they're either providing or fulfilling, but they're always the middle person with high ticket offers and sales. Right. Now, what's really neat about it is, and what you've said, is that anyone doing this can emulate you. You yourself have experienced sales upward of $330,000. That's what high ticket really means, which is really incredible. And yet, with LumpSum Power, you're making it possible that anyone, not anyone, but basically everyone can jump in and get to that level with, and this is the key part now, you by their side. And that's where the second part of this whole product comes in, which is the project management app. You have the high ticket sales. That's the means to get the money, these six-figure sales, these six-figure incomes and earnings. That's what you'll be training them to do. That's what they can choose their service, choose their fulfillment, understand how they're going to sell and who to, but they have you by their side. And that's where the high ticket project management app part comes in. Talk a little bit more now about the app part. So if everyone's sold on, great, I want to start doing high ticket sales. Yes, I think this is much more interesting getting $100,000 rather than $10 per sale. Fine. Tell people now about the app part and what they can expect and what that entails.
All right. I've always thought to myself, the best way to do one-on-one with people is a webinar, right? Because as a product creator, I'm busy creating products and then got projects and doing this myself, closing high ticket sales myself. And so it keeps me busy, right? But I thought to myself, and this was such a no-brainer when I finally figured this out, was a great way to do one-on-ones with people is to have somewhat like a custom ticket system where the survey has questions that are very important. How many domains do you have? What are your skills? And some people say, I have no skills, I have no domains, right? Nothing. But it has those questions, and then they submit their ticket, and then I'm able to personally look at the individual tickets and send consultations to people through this system. So that's the software part of it, is it's a survey that asks them multiple choice questions, and then I'm able to really give people customized results. And so that's what the app part of it is about. And something else that's very, I think, very good for people is some of my customers, some of my clients who've spent 6 figures with me, these contracts, I'm actually going to have a couple of them speak on why they gave me $200,000. So that's something you usually don't hear from people. And they're also going to talk about their experience. Exactly, right? So that's something that's very bold. And it's good because a lot of them have become friends of mine. Because
you've preempted my next question, and now this would be good, which was going to be, are there any case studies or proof points that this methodology works? Because frankly, I'll say this is a bit of gentle skepticism. I know it's legit, but you know what I mean? Most people who do high ticket sales, I come from a B2B software background where you're selling just software, which is not what you're telling people to do, but I just mean the principle. High ticket sales is usually something that takes years to develop. So, it's not something you can normally do overnight. But what's wonderful is you've been enabling people to be doing this, maybe not overnight, but over a very short period of time with your coaching and you there for them. You've brought together all the pieces. So what are some of the case studies or experiences that you can use to prove that your methodology works? The project management app, the high ticket project management app.
Right. Aside from, saying, hey, check out this screenshot, or, even some of them are public, like some of my 6-figure sales have been on Flippa or on private marketplaces, public marketplaces. But yes, a lot of them were private through a broker. And there is always a challenge of, hey, would you, speak with me on a webinar, et cetera. And a lot of people just want to stay anonymous, private. Like the fellow who purchased $336,000 worth of assets from me and an ongoing service over 6 months, he's in the dark or whatnot. He doesn't want to be in the spotlight. But I have another student of mine turned client of mine that is going to be speaking more regularly with me, and that's one of the aspects for this product is, the point of this product is to teach other people how to do this, how to make these sales. So what he can contribute to it is talking about the mindset and why he would either buy or not buy, because he's a very, very serious business person. He's a whale. So he's tough to sell. Right. And that's something that people need to know, is that, someone who's tough to sell, it could be an easy sale if you do the right things. Right. And you almost want these types of people to do business with those types of people. You want to do business with people who, have a head on their shoulders and they know what they can identify, and it's going to make it much smoother for you in terms of the sales and the fulfillment. So that's one of the things that, kind of read your mind, I guess, but that's something that's going to be incorporated in it. And I think it's going to be in the not only in the Wednesday webinar, which is an upgrade. I'm sure you're going to ask me about that, Johnny.
Of course.
But it's going to be more in the webinars. I've massaged him, and I've kind of gotten him to the point where he feels comfortable about coming out of the closet and explaining his experience.
Brilliant.
So to speak.
What sounds wonderful. So with that in mind, and you've preempted it now, let's bring this home to land. So first of all, I hope anyone listening to this now is really not just intrigued, but very excited about the prospect of picking up LumpSum Power, because as has been explained by Jamie, and as I've tried to tease out from him, this is really a new realm. If you're an affiliate marketer or frankly a business person or salesperson of any stripe, whether you're a complete beginner or very seasoned, you're about to enter a realm of closing high ticket sales of very easy to sell products or services. It almost doesn't matter what the product or service is, but Jamie will be introducing you to some ideal products and services where you can make massive margins when a sale goes through. Jamie's just spoken about his own experience of making $330,000+, but even a little lower down the frame, you listening to this right now, even as someone completely green who's never done a high pressure sales job in your life, won't have to worry about that at all. This is a new way of selling high ticket products and services. And Jamie will be coaching you and appraising you and consulting you regularly through the app LumpSum Power. So you're going to basically getting a direct line to someone who's done it to help you take all the right steps to doing it yourself and making high ticket sales with big margins. So that's really exciting. If you've been sitting there thinking, this sounds interesting, I want to learn about selling at that level and I want to enter into this world, and you want to pick it up through the link below, there of course are going to be upgrades once you pick up that LumpSum product, LumpSum Power product. So Jamie, what would be really neat is if anyone picks it up through the link below, and don't forget, you'll hear in a moment, you get the 5th upgrade completely free. Would you mind telling us what some of the upgrades are that people can expect with LumpSum Power should they want to achieve results faster or, benefit from them? What are the upgrades, sir?
And you're going to be giving away the 4th upgrade for free because we have changed the order. So, ladies and gentlemen,
am I giving away traffic on tap?
No.
All right, okay.
We switched it around, I believe.
Right. Well, I'm giving away ultimate download. Carry on though. You do your spiel first, and then I'll let people know.
We have. I know my stuff. All right. So number 1, hosting. All right. I'll do it like this: hosting, autoresponder, partner with me, ultimate download, marketplace. Oh, traffic on tap, marketplace, vendor edition.
Right. Break those all down for people so they can know what exactly each finger means.
Hosting plus 200 templates and sites. That's right. No one does that. And very affordable. It's the price of if you were to order from Uber Eats a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket. So you got the hosting, 200 sites, then you got the autoresponder plus 6,000 swipes. That rhymes. And then you've got partner with Jamie, which is my Wednesday workshop. You guys got to sign up and come to that. It's insane. Again, unmuting everyone. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen in the world because we all have these lovable fights together. It's great. And then you've got the ultimate download, which is just like download everything. Get a big hard drive.
And may I jump in for anyone listening? This is what you'll be getting if you pick up LumpSum Power through my link below. You're getting 15 years of Jamie and his wife's best ads, best scripts, best swipes, best promo materials, best assets, basically all of his businesses in a hard drive. You're going to be getting through me if you pick LumpSum Power up through my link below. So you will not need to pay for that upgrade. You're welcome. Back to you, Jamie.
You're an amazing person. And then we have traffic on tap. Now, this is not wormhole. It's not, just, hey, plug your link in. It's a few different things because this is a very serious upgrade right here. You can add your pixel for advertising. You can plug in your link into the traffic sources, and then you can plug your link into LumpSum Power traffic. And it's like, imagine, I had this cartoon I did where it showed these pipes that forget it, but it's like plumbing. It's like we do traffic like plumbing, so you can siphon, if that makes sense. And then, of course, after the traffic, we have the marketplace, all right? And for LumpSum Power, this is going to be very important. It'll be populated. If it's not populated, then you have more exposure. If it's more populated, you have more buyers. You can't lose. And then we have the vendor edition, and that is adding in LumpSum Power funnel into it. And our funnels are getting so much better, so much more fluent in the art of conversion. every just gets better and better. So that's the upgrade funnel. It's very accommodating to the front end product.
Brilliant. And thank you for that. And just for anyone listening to this, because there's a whole smorgasbord of offers there for you, I would strongly encourage you, if you are listening to this, if you do jump in and pick up LumpSum Power, I would strongly encourage you to check out Partner with Jamie. The reason why I say that is basically, I mean, you're already getting a one-to-one relationship with Jamie with LumpSum Power, where he's going to be coaching you and advising you on doing high ticket sales. But Partner with Jamie is a wonderful weekly webinar, like Jamie says, which has been running for years now. It's practically an institution of internet marketing. And frankly, and this is just me speaking a little off the cuff, where else are you going to get access to someone like a Jamie, who's quite remarkable? I'm sorry to be blowing smoke. I mean, he's not the best person in the world, but he's definitely brilliant at what he does. For such a small price, forever, you can get access to Jamie and these webinars, which can last up to 5 hours, depending on how much sugar he's had the hour before, where you can ask him anything. He can test what you're up to. He can give you a little bit of a whipping if you haven't done well or need a bit of a thing. This is what most people watching this today need. They need guidance, and they need someone who's indefatigable, will always be full of beans, and knows how to make a lot of money online. So I'd strongly encourage you, if you're listening, once you pick up LumpSum Power, do get Partner with Jamie, the least expensive ongoing webinar / coaching relationship ever, because you're just paying once for a relationship with Jamie every Wednesday over webinar, which is a really great opportunity to talk to him and listen to him. So gang, I hope that's really interesting. Jamie, thank you for spending time with us today to talk about LumpSum Power.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Not at all. So again, if you wish to pick it up or just check it out for yourself and see if it's for you, click that link below. What are you pointing at?
Fill out this form, all right? And then if you like the consultation, you're going to get unlimited when you come to the webinar. So that's all I wanted to
Good work.
say.
Well, and we hope everything goes well tomorrow. So on Thursday, June 3rd at 10 a.m., LumpSum Power will be going live. Pick it up through the link below. Thank you so much, Jamie.